Whilst I was having time off with the birth of my child, every man and his dog has done a video about how the Aftermath boosters, the Epilogue boosters, the things that fill in the storyline for the end of the March of the Machines story, which isn't great anyway, but the things that finish off the story and give us all the context, which we don't know yet, we haven't seen the previews from it, those boosters are only 5 cards. But what if I told you this is not the first time that Wizards of the Coast have attempted to sell us a product like this? What if I told you that this is actually a approach they tried over 10 years ago, about 13 years ago actually. This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com. If you're looking to pick up sealed product or singles, check out the link in the description below to get 5% off your order. The March of the Machines Aftermath Epilogue boosters. They come with 5 Magic the Gathering cards. 1 to 3 of those cards are going to be a rarity rare or higher, and 2 to 4 of them will be uncommon MTG cards in every pack. So that means that 1 card is guaranteed rare, but you can get up to 3. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit more about how I feel about these packs towards the latter half of the video, but it's very obvious they're trying to give you less for the same price. These fucking packs are pre-ordering for the same price as March of the Machine pack, so less fucking cardboard for the same price in the UK. It begs the fucking question, why?
Greed, for lack of a better word, is good.
But Vince, there's less commons, there's less gumph, there's more rares. Sure, but it means it costs them less, there's less resource there, so why the fuck is it the same price? If we look back to the times of Shards of Alara block, we see a lot of the precursors for what we have now. The fanciful booster, fun variants and shit like that. Cast your mind back to the Halcyon days. Before Mythics? No, actually this is after Mythics, right? There was Mythics in the set. You can get a 15 card premium foil booster pack. That's right, a 15 card booster pack that was like a normal booster pack, but everything was foil and the pack was way more expensive. It bombed. People did not like them. These things rotted on store shelves. I remember seeing these for years afterwards. What are they worth now? Almost £100? Fuck. Oddities will be expensive because they're scarce, because they're collector. But a fully foil booster pack does seem very similar to some of the stuff we're seeing now with collector boosters. Much more fanciful stuff. And Wizards tried all that back then with like full foil premium decks and foil booster packs, and it seemed like it didn't work. It seemed like a thing that they moved away from and they've innovated on now with collector boosters. But a much less commonly talked about thing during that period, in that block, is the Conflux 6-card booster pack. That's right, they've done this before with Conflux. Although there was already normal Conflux boosters, this was an alternative, this was a variant. This was, I would have said up until now, like the set boosters, just less cards. But, unlike the set boosters, the 6-card Conflux booster was cheaper. The actual link that takes us to MagicTheGathering.com to talk about this, the old WPN pages, I can't find them. They either don't exist or they've been destroyed and ripped down during Wizards' recent revamp of the website. However, I did find this. This is the MTGSalvation.com, the forums that a lot of people got their news from about Magic back in the day, back in February 2009. God, I defaulted to saying 2019 there, isn't that funny? This is them talking about a newly announced 6-card Conflux booster, which you can still get hold of today. There was 1 copy of it in English on MKM, on Card Market, should I say, for 139 fucking euros. As we go deeper, this seller actually has 2013, Dark Ascension, Zendikar, Scars of Mirrodin, Alara Reborn. There's a load of these 6-card boosters. I never saw these. I think these are America only. According to the Salvation thread, they are $1.99 and they'll be in big market stores. So we're talking Walmart and Target, not your local LGS. They are aimed at getting people to impulse buy Magic at a much more affordable price, almost half the price of a booster at the time. However, the interesting thing is what you can get in them. While we never guarantee the rarities of cards within packs, the expected contents of each 6-card booster is a Tips token card. So basically there's 5 Magic cards in 1 fucking advertisement. 1 land card. Okay, so not much in there. 3 commons, 1 uncommon, and 1 slot that has an equal chance of being a rare or mythic, uncommon, common. You may even have a chance to open a foil card. That's right, these 6-card boosters for sets back in 2009, 2010, that period of time, they didn't even guarantee you a rare. So that's why they're cheaper, right? Because rares are worth more money. Well, no. As you've seen time and time again with basic land secret lairs and then 100-card commander deck secret lairs, the cost of a rare is not consistent when it comes to Magic the Gathering, coming from the company that makes the game. I just find that really funny. But they've done this before, but they were trying to do it as a budget alternative. Now we've come to the revamped version. We had the all-foil boost of Shards of Alara, now we've got collector boosters. They've successfully revamped that concept of the premium booster. And now they're testing the water with the Aftermath, the epilogue product. A product that is just basically the next part of the story, a smaller, just small tidbit at the end. I'm trying to think of another word for epilogue here, and I'm struggling and I'm failing miserably. But it's testing the water for cheaper for them to produce, but the same price for us to buy Magic the Gathering boosters with this set. The really fucking wild thing is that these boosters, like I said, are pre-ordering for the same price in the UK. Ignore the epilogue price here, because Amazon's boosters are more expensive than, say, Total Cards, Madhouse, or any of the other UK sellers. But the other thing to note here is that the booster boxes are 24 packs. Yeah, that's right. You're paying the same price, in theory, for less cards. And the booster box has less boosters in it. Is this a Masters set? Is this a premium set? What the fuck is going on? Ultimately, the loss of commons is no sadness to most people. I recently did some card sorting because I'm really on a kick for playing Paper Commander again. And I ended up with so much bulk on all the box of stuff I've opened over the years that I had to bin some of it. Literally throw it in the trash. I've got a load of it still lying around to be donated to somewhere, but I just can't. I was just up to my fucking elbows in common. And I'm sure that's not unique to me. I'm sure that's a common thing for Magic players. I was doing it before I was a content creator, having to discard, bin, ask people if they want to take it, give it to youth groups, that sort of stuff. You have to try and get rid of this shit because it's just bulk. Years down the line, one common or uncommon will be worth money, right? But for the most part, no. They often aren't, and if you just kept it all, you'd be a fucking hoarder. So in some ways, getting rid of the commons and the uncommons, or the overabundance of them, or the ones that aren't really playable, is good. But there's obviously two issues here. One is that I think drafting unlimited is really important to Magic, or at least I think it's a really fun way to engage with Magic. So it really fucking pisses me off when booster packs come with less cards in them, so they can't fit into a limited environment. For example, set boost. The fact they're 12, they can't just stick 2 more commons in there to make them draftable, so everyone gets the same number of cards at a table when drafting. It boils my piss. And before you type in the comment section right now telling me this set is not meant to be drafted, I know. I'm fully fucking aware. My point is that booster packs used to be play pieces. They used to be things that could slot in together. Like multiple packs from different sets could come together to create what's called a chaos draft. And you still can do that with the draft booster product. There is still a product aimed at that. But I just don't understand why all boosters can't be like that. The Aftermath booster is probably the most extreme version of moving away from that, perhaps in a way that saves money and saves the environment in terms of wastage. But the fucking set boosters, just add 2 cards, you bastards. Now we have these, which will never fit in a draft pod, because 5 people get a boot card and the rest of the table doesn't. What the fuck is that about? And then beyond that, they're reducing the out cost of them to print these things. I don't know what the actual cost was to print a booster is. I imagine it's no more than 10 cents. But this is cutting out half the fucking material. It's cutting the cost down real good and then charging you the same price. There's an interesting phenomenon happening right now with the booster boxes, actually, is that they're going down in price. People may be cancelling pre-orders, I don't know. So for some reason, Amazon has dropped their price on them. They were over £100 last time I checked, I'm almost certain. So Aftermath booster boxes are dipping. The packs haven't yet, but I wonder if that's going to be a problem going forward. The fact that they are charging the same, if not more because the boxes are smaller, well, they're charging more overall. Less cards, less packs. It's shrinkflation, right? It's the idea of instead of increasing your price to get more money or to meet inflation issues, you instead shrink down the stuff you're given. So instead of getting a chocolate bar that's 100 grams, you get a chocolate bar that's 80 grams. Still get a tinny of Sody Pop at 330ml, you now get a 310ml. I'm sorry if I'm using measurements that Americans don't understand. It's not my fault, you're all fucking stupid. I'm joking, that was harsh. I shouldn't do that. Because some people take that in good jest, and other people will comment down below that they want to eat my soul or some shit. Sorry. It's shrinkflation. That's what it is. Like, there's no two ways about it. But the other thing that really fucking grinds my gears is that it's so wasteful. Magic in general is so wasteful. And the packaging being unrecyclable, that they tried to make it recyclable with Modern Masters 2, and it damaged cards, they just stopped. Meanwhile, like Flesh and Blood is now like 3 or 4 sets in a row with like recyclable packaging. So somehow the billion-dollar company can't do it. Probably because it's not profitable. Like, fuck the ecology of this planet. It's just not profitable. But then it even highlights how, in reality, we could just be given more playable cards, rares and uncommons that are good enough to see play, whether it be in Commander or normal 60-card formats that no one plays anymore. But They could do that instead of giving us commons and uncommons that we don't need. Bad cards make good cards look good, right? That's the thing that Rosewater said in the past. But that's not even of the common slot. Half the rares you're going to get in these things are going to be dog shit as well. So that's a thing that happens across all rarity. And rares are fucking arbitrary. There are decks in some formats where all the power lays in the commons and the uncommons, right? Look at some of the powerful pauper decks you get. Look at Fatal Push as a magic card. I don't know. I just want to talk about this real quick when I realised that there had been packs like this before. That Shards of Alara block, Conflux, and the New Phyrexia, and Scars of Mirrodin block all have this stuff as well. But they were decreased card quantity at a decreased price to give a budget impulse buy element. It was a terrible fucking product. Why'd you pay $2 to not even get a rare? That's garbage. It's like a repack from like a car boot sale or a market, the kind of shit you'd avoid on eBay. But at least it served a purpose beyond maybe milking the game. I hate saying this because I don't think everything Wizards do is bad. But I do think when you shrinkflate, charge the same fucking price, it just highlights how absurd some of this shit really is. Whether it be the general wastage of the amount of shit that Magic puts out in terms of physical card stock that never gets played anyway and goes into landfill. We saw those pictures recently. Or just the cost of the fucking game. That they're gonna sell you less. They're gonna sell you old rope and they're gonna sell you less. There's also collector boosters for this and they are also smaller. So I guess you're also paying more for less cards that probably will be worth less too. If you're buying actual epilogue boosters, you're probably fucked because none of those things are going to be worth anything because the decent treatments will be in the collector boosters, if any of them are worth. I think accessibility is super important. I just also acknowledge that printing everything into the ground means that opening boosters sometimes is a complete lost cost. And you have to come to terms with that and be happy with that. But then you're getting less product as well. What the fuck? Anyway, that's just been my video pointing out that this is not the first time. It's kind of an innovation. It's kind of a renovation of a previous concept, but making them more money and you getting less. Thanks for watching. I'll be here all week with more videos about Magic the Gathering TM, because I'm just a shill. If you want to support the show, there's a link to Patreon down below. We've got a Gladiator League on the go at the moment. We have Gladiator FNMs on there as well. And of course, Cool Stuff Inc. is the main sponsor of the channel. Use their link to get 5% off your order. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Ta-ta for now.